There are times we felt like, you know what, I haven't given myself, or I didn't give myself grace as I was supposed to. So maybe you can paint a picture of one instance where you failed to give yourself some grace, where you did not afford yourself, before we even get to other people, let's start with self, where you did not afford yourself some grace.
Hey, there was this time.
Yeah.
The year is 2022.
I like the way she's beginning. The year is 2022.
The year is 2022.
Yeah.
I think July, August or thereabout. I can't remember, but it was thereabout. I was so bitter with myself. I was so bitter with myself. I was working in a certain media house back home. And then I'm like given an assignment. I'm supposed to interview some ladies. I felt like I wasn't enough, or rather, I don't know what happened, but I judged myself so harshly because one, they didn't prepare me. I was doing news for the radio. It was a sister station, a radio and a TV. But now you see, have you ever like been told you're going somewhere and then you look at yourself the way you were? You are like,
the way
hey,
you're dressed.
the way you were dressed. Though I wasn't like dressed badly, but I didn't feel like I was just okay at that particular moment because we are there and then I'm with these ladies and then on set they are doing their makeup and stuff. Mind you, we didn't have like makeup allowance and stuff.
Oh
So don't be
my.
like, hey,
Yeah.
why sijui nini? See, media house they do have people with makeup and stuff, the makeup artist and stuff. So there wasn't something like that. So I'm there and then I'm seeing this lady, they are well built, they are smart, they are what, and then there's me from presenting news on radio, and now I'm supposed to conduct
And
an
you know,
interview.
one thing about radio, let me tell you.
Yeah.
For those who have never worked in the media industry, what you see on TV is the complete opposite of what is on radio.
Yeah.
Radio, you get there, you see people with unkept hair, with Crocs, yani mtu amevaa tu vile anataka. Yeah, because they know no one is going to watch them. Okay, it's not nowadays I see people radio
Because we
going
have,
live.
Yeah, audiovisual
Of course. But kitambo, let me tell you, hey, it wasn't easy.
Yeah, radio,
You just go, you're just free in your dress code. You no pressure, no makeup. Who are you doing makeup for again?
Yeah.
So I get you where you're coming from.
Like that, yeah. Though I was nicely dressed, but
You didn't feel like it was
yeah,
enough.
it was enough.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind now you're having the big ladies in the city. So you're like, hey, am I going to do this? Trust you me. I think I'll show you that interview.
I have to see it, guys. I'll confirm it for you.
Yo. So that one, I never showed myself some grace, but
Maybe you can give us the pictures and then we put up for our
I'll
viewers.
give you. It's not even a picture, but I'll just give you a snippet of that
of the video, yeah.
Here you see your girl. I was just there. And then you're sitting with this lady. So I think that particular moment,
You felt like you
I
didn't
felt
afford yourself
like I didn't
some grace.
afford myself because I was so harsh to myself, and I'm like, hey, even after the interview, I think I was so into getting to hear what people have to say concerning that particular interview.
Oh my.
But to echo on your point that you said, you just granting yourself some grace. What I'm learning right now is, even when I speak to myself, I have to speak to myself with understanding. I have to speak with myself. I have to speak to myself with understanding.
Yeah, sure.
Because I just have to speak the way that I'll grant you that grace as a friend.
Yeah.
I can't be everything to other people and nothing to me.
To yourself.
Yeah,
Wow. Sure.
So that one,
I feel you.
that I
feel
think
you.
if there's that one moment in the media industry that I felt like, hey, dunia isimame ama ipasuke niingie ndani.
ndani.
It was
I
that
know.
moment.
I
It
know.
was that
Imposter
moment.
syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it has happened to almost all of us out here, or most of us out here. I think for me, the experience was during interviews. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm now learning to, to treat myself nicely. But there was a point where I went for this interview. It was outside my county. So I had to traverse to another county. So I came from my county. I had to go to work that day. Don't ask why I was doing an interview and I was in another job. We all know how it works. You can't wait to be fired for you to get another job. So I came to work that day, and then I knew in the evening I would travel to another county. Now this other county, it was far. It was like 4 hours drive away. So I went that evening, and it was raining, mind you. And the person who was supposed to host me, I don't even know where they live. I don't know where they live. So I got to this city late into the night. I think around almost midnight. That is when I'm getting to the city. And I have to now start looking for this person. I got lost at some point. It was very frustrating. And then I woke up now. Okay, it was a very nice friend of mine. So I slept. The following day, I woke up and I started preparing to go for the interview. I went for the interview. I got lost again because the institution or the organization was named a name that was similar to another institution that was very far away from where now the real institution was. So Nikama, you're told the institution you're supposed to go to is in CBD, but there's another one outside the CBD that bears almost the same name. So I went to the one outside the CBD. Let me tell you. I now had to call. So I'm actually at the reception. And I'm being asked, which reception are you? And I'm saying, see, at, this and this place. And they're telling me, no, you're in the wrong place. Please, take another means of transport. Come back to the city now. Come back to town. I did that. So I got there, and I went through the interview, the everything. It was a very engaging interview. It was very hard. I was able to express myself. Of course, you would expect. I'm a journalist. I know how to express myself. I expressed myself very nicely, and I was acing it. I thought, you know what? This is it. That's it. They were looking at my papers. They were like, you have very nice papers. There were units there that they were like, oh my God, you scored an A in this unit at uni. And, I was like, wow. We were even negotiating the salary. And then I now had to come back to my county now because the following day I had work. And they told me, so we give us like 2-3 days, we'll give you a report. And I had met one of the interviewees. We made, of course, when you're there, you make friends. Yeah, sure. You make acquaintances there. So we were talking with this interviewee, and we were like, whoever gets it, please call the other person. Yeah, call the other, so that we know we don't put our hopes there. Yeah. So after like 2 days, she calls me. This friend calls me, and she tells me, oh, actually they called. They gave me the job. I actually reported the following day. And I was broken. Let me tell you. I was so broken. I was like, I was the deserving candidate. What am I not enough? What don't I have? So I started questioning myself and telling myself, maybe I should have done better. Maybe it's something I said. Maybe it's something I failed to do. And I was very harsh on myself. Yeah, I was very, very, very harsh on myself. And I later on realized, okay, yes, I was the deserving candidate. Yes, I felt like I was the deserving candidate, but they needed someone who was from that county who could report the following morning. So for me, I had to move. They even asked me, so how many days do you need to move? I was like, oh, I would need like a week to move. so that now I have my life in order. But turns out they just needed someone very urgent, but they failed to communicate that. So to me, it appeared like I wasn't enough. I wasn't qualified. And I knew deep down I was the
You were
one.
qualified.
I was the one. So to just sum it up, I am now learning. Even I've gone for numerous interviews out here, and for all of them, almost all of them, I've always felt like, you know what, I am the worthy candidate. This one, they have nothing against me. And during those times, I end up now, my heart being so broken to an extent where I fear. I fear going for other interviews, right? But now I'm learning to give myself grace and learning that their choices are not based on my qualification and my character and my everything. It's on them now. It's on them. Yeah, it's on them. And for most of those institution, or organization, I later on come to find out, actually, it's like I evaded a time bomb. Yeah, it's like I actually was being saved. But at that point it felt like, why am I not enough? Yeah. So maybe perhaps now I'm learning, as days go by, to always tell myself, you know what, you did not get the part, you did not get the interview, you did not get the job. So, but you know what, you're enough. You're enough. They don't know what they are losing.
Yeah.
You are enough. You're enough. You're an asset to any organization,
Any
Margaret. So
organization.
just affirming myself. Yeah.
I really love the aspect of affirming.
Yeah.
Because most of the time when we are harsh on ourselves,
Yeah.
the negativity that always like run in our minds.
We think of the worst.
Yeah, we think of the
ourselves
worst.
in the worst possible way. Oh my.